What's up YouTube? We're doing a cool one today. Today I'm going to teach you how to mount a designer series clip speaker. This will apply to basically any speaker out there, but what's cool about the designer series by Clips is they don't need a drill to pop them in the wall. But here I got everything you do need to put that speaker in the wall. So I've got sheetrock saw, obviously, level. Got a pencil to draw out our speaker. Always use a pencil, not a Sharpie, because if you do make a mistake, you have Sharpie on your wall now. You can erase a pencil. Got a razor blade to open our box up, and then in this case we have painted face plates on the walls, so I'm going to show you how to slit the face plate before you take it off so it doesn't peel off the paint behind it. That's why I've got the razor blade. Also to open the box, and the drill for this case is only for taking the plate off the wall. So yeah, let's unbox this Clips DS160. All right, what's in the box? All right, so we got your Clips Designers Series grill here. Love this stuff. Warren and I actually had a meeting with Clips, and we told them about 3 years ago, you guys should put a little silver logo on the bottom of your speakers. Not saying we're the reason, but yeah, kind of saying we're the reason, because next year they came out with their series that all had the little Clips sticker on the bottom. Anyways, what's amazing and why we love these speakers so much is the whole snap lock design. So you literally slide this speaker in and this thing snaps back, no tools required. Very, very cool for installers and for homeowners alike. All right, so that's in there. And we got a handy dandy template. Now, make sure when you pull your template out, I've actually run into this issue personally when they actually had a paint cover for it that didn't say template, and then one said template. If you cut out the paint cover, it's gonna be too big of a hole and your speaker won't fit. So I have hit that situation before, so you wanna be careful and make sure you're looking for your cutout dimension template. It'll usually say template, or it'll say something showing that it's your template. All right, so let's get it going. So first, what we choose to use, these are actually called rare earth magnets. So we'll go ahead and put a link in the description on these guys. I like to find the stud. I don't really trust the electric stud finders so much, so I like to find my studs using the nails in the wall. So here, got one there. I can hear that, so let's find that one. Where are you? Right there. Okay, so I've already drawn out my speaker, but for you guys out there, I'm gonna figure your height out. Get your speaker put in, pop your level on it. Let me grab this guy real quick. Pop your level on it. Make sure you get that guy leveled out with the planet. Right there. And then, this is the Empire level. We really like these levels. They're 0.0005 of an inch accurate. Or, is that inch, right? Very, very, very accurate, and they're like 10 bucks at Home Depot. So in this case scenario, I am actually removing this plate, pulling the wire out and dropping it down because my speaker's a little bit too high, and I want this speaker to come right out of that guy's face and not from the sky. So I'm actually moving this one down. So I'll be taking this plate off. Again, why I said I have a razor blade. When you have these paints, if you come in a little close here, you can see how the paint's right up to the edge right there. So what you want to do is just go right to that edge and slit that out. That way, by the time I go to unscrew this and pop it off, it's not going to pull all the rest of the paint with it. It'll be a clean cut, so I can put the plate back on. It still looks good. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and hand you over to Warren, and he's actually going to show you what it's like to have to cut. If I was to leave this speaker here, what it's like to have to cut around this box and pull that nailed in box out. So let's get over to Warren.
Hey guys, Warren here. If you're not a subscriber of ours, please go ahead and smash that subscribe button and leave us a like, comment. That would all be good stuff. We appreciate it. We're having fun with this. Check out our vlogs. All right, so now let's get over to this situation. You will need these additional tools here, a pair of strippers to strip the wire out, and you'll need something like this you can use a little pry bar. You could use a hammer, a screwdriver, which might bend your screwdriver. That's to get this box out of the wall. Okay, so first thing you want to do in this situation, you find your stud. because this is if you have pre-wiring. So you want to find your stud, and this box is going to be nailed to the stud in one of the directions there. So then use your rare earth magnets or your stud finder and find out what side of the box the stud is on. Another way to do it is to take the plate off, and you can stick the sheetrock knife in the edge and feel which side the stud is on if you don't have a stud finder handy. Okay, after you cut it out, let's get into this first. What we always do is we start from the middle of the speaker here and cut towards the stud until you actually hit that stud. That way, if you drew it out wrong when you sketched it, you can actually move that template over a little bit, and you're not in a situation where you have to actually, patch up a line or something like that. All right, so we've already cut ours out, obviously. So let's go ahead and get this out of here so you can see what it looks like. This is what you're going for. You want this line to be exactly flush with that stud, just like that. You don't want it to go beyond, because you'll have a problem where you have a gap, and you don't want it to be too far this way because you'll have a gap right there. So that's your situation. Okay, so you can leave the wire inside there. I usually will come over first, get this foam off of here. They foam these in some situations for energy testing, so you're not losing air through that box. All right. Next, I usually will kind of stick my knife in here and just kind of get that seal broken if there's silicone right there. Okay, and then what I do is I'll kind of reach back, pull on the box a little bit in each direction, and that'll kind of create a little space here. Once you get that space, you can stick your pry bar in. Those magnets are ridiculously strong. Stick your pry bar in, and you want to pry against it and against the stud. Make sure you're not putting pressure on the sheetrock itself, because it will dent the sheetrock in, and you'll see that on the edge of your speaker. So get that in that box, press like that, and it'll start, easier said than done, but a little bit less pressure. You press like that, and that actually will pop those nails off, just like so. Then you can straighten out that wire and pull that box off entirely. Sometimes a nail will pop off of the box like that. That's when you need a hammer. Maximum power! Okay, yeah, and then just, take your hammer in there just like normal and just kind of pop that nail off. Like so. Set that box aside, and there you go. You can leave the insulation behind the speaker like that. Just like that. This is a non-flammable insulation. And obviously the speaker doesn't get that hot, so that is okay. Some people do just push the insulation off to the side. But it does help a little bit if you have a room behind the room that you're working in. All right, so that's that. Now let's get back to Derek, and he's going to finish up the installation of the speaker. Show you how it works. Welcome back, guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and slit this plate, as I was saying before. I'll go ahead and start with this.
You can grab one of these drills. These things are awesome. They're all pressure. It's made by Rigid, and you literally no trigger or anything on it. It is all pressure, and it's an impact drill. It stinks if you're trying to drill anything out, like drill a hole through something. So don't use it for that, but for basic stuff, it's great. You'll notice right here, I did that clean slit. So now when I take this guy off, oops. When I take this guy off, when I go to put this plate back on, none of that paint is damaged, and it is all copacetic and as it was in the first place. All right, so that's good. I'll worry about that here in a second. What I'm gonna do next, I already got my speaker drawn out, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this guy out. So, sheetrock saw. Again, like Warren was explaining, what I like to do whenever I cut a hole out, I like to start at the bottom of the speaker, right in the middle, pop that saw in, and I'll go ahead and cut one way, so I know I'm clear that way, and go ahead and cut the other way. And clear. The reason you want to do that is because a lot of guys, they'll go out there, I've seen it from my guys too, and this is how I had to teach them. They'll go out there, they'll cut one way, you start cutting up, then you start cutting this way, and then you realize there's a stud here and there's a stud here, and now you're stuck with a hole to patch. Now, if I needed to, I can throw some spackle on this line, paint over it, and you're done. So yeah, just remember that technique. Start in the center, cut to the left, cut to the right. Or if you want to cut to the right, then cut to the left. I don't care. Just make sure you check both ways for the studs. All right. I'll cut up. I know I'm good up, so there's no stud up that way. Like that. If, like right now, I just felt something in the wall, I'm pretty sure it's the speaker wire. If you start to feel something, don't just keep going to town. It might be high voltage or something. So if you're cutting through and you feel something, what I had just done, instead of having my saw straight like this, I took my saw and I angled it up like that. So I can stop hitting whatever was in there. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's in there. There you go, Smurf tube. So I had no idea that was there, but you know what, I started hitting that. I felt a little bit of you can see a little bit of a line on there. So I angled down so I would stop hitting that pipe. This is no biggie because this is the Smurf tube that runs up to the projector. It's actually probably a pretty good thing that's there for me. So I'm just gonna move that out of the way and pop this speaker in. Now let's go ahead and pull this wire through. So I'll unravel this wire. And inside these nifty boxes, there's little pop through holes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the bottom one out. I don't need all this wire. A lot of guys pre-wire these things and they leave you. I don't think I needed to move that speaker over here, but most of the time people like to waste this much wire. So I don't want that. I recommend using strippers for this. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this guy out. Our speaker's rewired now in its proper location. It may be just down a little bit, but if you know what you're listening for and you know what you're looking for, we're doing acoustic transparent in this case, and we want that speaker to come out of this guy's face. And he's gonna be talking from right here. He ain't gonna be talking from up here. So I don't want this guy talking from the sky, and that's why we went a little bit extra mile to drop this guy down. All right, so let me grab my strippers and go ahead and pop this guy in the wall. These are some of my favorite strippers, vice grips. Got them at Lowe's. They're great because you can adjust how thick of a wire you're doing, if they're harder to the right or less left if you need a little bit softer tension. And then they're so quick. I love these things. Just pop it on there. If you are using these, make sure you put your thumb up against it so it adds a little bit of pressure. Makes it a lot easier to strip out. Yeah, if you use the tool properly, makes it a lot more useful. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this speaker in. It could save your life. That's what I was gonna use the tool properly, it could save your life. Which in the truth of the matter, it is, yeah. All right, so yeah, what I went ahead and did, you don't want to grab onto this because you don't want this is where the tweeter's attached to and stuff right there. So you don't want to pull any of this off or mess with the crossover. So what I like to do is just lean the speaker up against my body. If you got a big belly, it works out too. I got a little bit of a flab here to hold on this. Just hold the tip, then you have your thumb ready for whatever speaker you have. This will work. You just hold that like that, clip that in, hold that one like that, push that in. Make sure that you don't have too much stripped out. You only want to strip out about 1/4 inch so that this connection can't touch that one at all. This insulation, no matter what anyone says, it's not going to hurt it if it's touching the speaker. Insulation can't conduct. The point of it is to stop fire, not to help the speaker wire do anything else. All right, push this guy over. And again, the beauty of these speakers, watch. So first, when you are using these, you want to hold them there first and pop your level on. Because once they clip, they're a little bit hard to move. So yeah, I got my stuff perfectly leveled. Then literally just put a little pressure on it. Those will clip. Sometimes you gotta smack it a little bit. And boom, I am dead on the dot right there. And then what I'll do after to finish this whole guy off is brush the walls off a little bit. I'll pop that plate back on. Actually not putting the speaker grill on for this case scenario because it's acoustic transparent screen and I don't want that speaker to show through that screen. And yeah, that's about it. That's how you put a speaker in. So go ahead, smash that like, give us that subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.